Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody had a good second day of the new year. Please forgive the noise in the background. Well, as you can see, the printer is working in the background. I've been putting out little, no, shorts. I've been putting out little shorts of the, that's funny, okay. I was answering Mitch, and it's also the answer to what I've been doing in the background is I've been putting out shorts of the 3D printer working away. Printing out some Ukrainian tridents. Figured it was a good way to test out the printer and make sure everything works and I know how to do it. With that, let's scroll up here. Siri Mar, thank you for being here. Blonde Bombsheller, Mitch Ashdown, Ronnie Vatkin, M35, Heather, Kinza, Nikki Hill, Kizna, sorry. Niels, Anna, Vlad, he's made it. Pyro Kurt, good to see you here. Linda H, KKGG. Yeah, we are a crazy bunch here. Privit Kanti Yadroja Yakti, I'm doing good. Okay, the last one I have to cheat. Nice printer. Okay. Need a list of things you can't have forgotten. Yeah. Well, it's like, you forget something. It's like, okay, shirt pocket, pants pocket. Hey, Macarena. Before we get into the after action report from ZSU, let's talk about trucks for Ukraine and the trucks under the Christmas tree fundraiser. You guys have done an amazing job. I am in awe and so thankful for 4,428 euros. When the printer's down, I'll be doing another video. That video will contain the fourth, well, technically fifth spoonful of horseradish. We will be doing the fourth one here shortly. Thank you so much for helping these guys get their trucks for evacuation of wounded soldiers. Okay, before I go much farther, I know it's very loud for me. How's the noise from the printer for you guys? Come down here to the bottom. And just to make sure, I thank everybody that has put their name on the wall. Amy, thank you very much. Michael, thank you so much. Again, donated to all the units or all the fundraisers. John, amazing donation, 2,300 euros by himself. John, I'm going to get you for the 2 spoonfuls. If you like horseradish, John, let me know and I'll ship you a jar. Kathy Sumner, Linda, David, Ronnie Vatkin, Vranken. I'll never get that right, Ronnie. So I'm sorry. My little donation. Mitch, horseradish for Ukraine. Blonde bombsheller, go Canty, thank you. Anonymous 1, Anonymous 2. Niels, Eric, Mitch again. Blue, Deborah, Golby, Alexander, Mitch again. I've lost count of how many times Mitch has donated. Byron Green, K-Bell, Heather, Kathy, great collaboration for the greatest generation. Thank you for doing it. Ozzy T, Slava Ukraina, Nikki Hill, KKGG. Hit the anonymous button on her other donation. Linda, anonymous number 3. Ozzy, Michael, Mitch again. My donation to start it out. And, of course, Robert, who snuck in before I could get mine in. Thank you all for your donations. And to all the anonymouses out there, we have 3 anonymouses on the wall for 30, making it 31 donators giving their name. 45 donations in total, so 14 anonymouses out there. Thank you to the anonymouses. Great work, guys. Thank you so much. We're not done yet. You know, we're still a bit of a ways out. The fundraiser is going to continue until we have the 15 trucks. We are at a total of $133,558.49. Sorry, that's in euros, but I don't know how to say that in euros. Go down and get an update from everybody. So, ATP, geopolitics. Hey, I said it right for a change, and dyslexia didn't freak me up. 41,285. Dimitri with War Translated, 21,410. Succumus. I don't think I'm saying that right still, but oh well. 16,258. Mercado Media, 15,287. Silicone Curtain, 10,256. Rick the Ukrainian, 8,225. Us in 7th place. You guys make me smile with this. 4,428. PSO1, 3,240. Excuse me. 3,240. I said it again. 38, not 48. Yeah, 4 stuck in my brain for some reason. The Shills, 2,486. Johnny FT, 1,401. Phil Ipner, 956. And Richard Woodruff, the new guy on the block, only been fundraising for about 3 or 4 days, is at 409 euros. Small correction, I thought Richard was just on Blue Sky, but no, he does put out videos on YouTube, so just search his name and you'll find his YouTube. Definitely worth the watch. I don't know why I'm promoting these other guys. I'm the smallest guy on YouTube of everybody, so who cares? Check them out. Thanks to everybody for helping with this fundraiser, getting these trucks out to Ukraine. Again, thank you all for donating. If you can, keep up the support. Let's get this closed out and hopefully limit the number of spoonfuls of horseradish I have to do. LJ trying to sneak in the back. I see you. McPigeon, I see you too. Canty's Comedians. That's interesting name for the community. Oh, hell with it. You're gonna have to watch me suffer from the beginning. We got 21 viewers here. Make sure, yep, okay. So, I'm taking somebody's advice. I got yogurt ready. Just in case. So, as promised, for every 1,000 that is donated, I was going to do a spoonful of horseradish. So this is spoonful number 4. Number 4 because on Shield's stream we almost grazed an entire truck that stream. And the first spoonful was for finishing off that truck on stream. So here we go. Just so you know, let's see. There. Not a small spoon. Actually, it'd be better if I did it that way, yeah. Oh. You guys ready? If you haven't, like the stream, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe for more crazy Canty's antics. You know when you bite into a lemon and your face puckers? My tongue is puckering, trying not to touch the horseradish. Okay, I think I might be getting a little used to... I might be getting a little used to it. It's not as hot today. It's still fucking hot. Oh. No water, going right for the Pepsi Zero. Oh. Oh, God. That's hot. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. No, if I had tapeworms, they for sure pulled the ripcord and said, "Fuck you, I'm out." Okay. Okay, let me try your trick with the yogurt. Okay, strawberry banana yogurt and horseradish flavors. No. Ugh. I don't know. I think after the horseradish, the yogurt was worse. Flavor wise. Okay. I think I'm recovered enough. Now, the things I'm willing to do to help Ukraine, to the units out there that want to get a vehicle from these guys, make sure you send them a video saying who you are, what you're going to do with it, where you're located at. It doesn't have to be specific, just in general. It helps them fundraise. It helps get the message out to the people that donate. So send in the videos. If you have to cover your face, but send in the videos. And with that, let's go on to operational information as of 8 a.m. February 1st. No. January 2nd, 2025, regarding the Russian invasion. As always, we start with glory to Ukraine. It takes about 5 minutes, and then I can breathe like I've never breathed before. Except I have. 4 times now. The 1044th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation. Whoever told me yogurt, I hate you. It's actually hotter now after the yogurt. Uh, 1044th day armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. In total, 140 combat clashes were recorded over the past day. Yesterday, the enemy launched 1 missile and 49 airstrikes on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements, using 7 missiles and dropping 79 guided aerial bombs. They also used 78 kamikaze drones for strikes. In addition, Russia carried out 4,113 artillery strikes, 204 of which were from MLRSs. I should have done this when I didn't need to talk. The aggressor carried out airstrikes, in particular in the areas of the settlements of Okremivka, Petrivka, Kovali, Alisivka, Udi, Kozachi Lopan, Lipsy, Malika Prohody in the Kharkiv Oblast, Krynika in Chernihiv Oblast, Dachny, Serebrienka, Alexandropol, Valentinivka, Vagyani Druj, Vesnova, Oleksivka, Dokushensky. I'm not sure if I'm saying that one right. Constantinople, Andriivka in Donetsk region, Stepnohorsk, Primorsky in the Zaporizhia region. Okay, this is going to sound funny, but it feels like my nose is crying. Over the past day, missile troops and artillery of the defense forces have struck 4 areas of concentration of personnel and equipment, as well as 2 air defense systems of the Russian invaders. The one thing I am noting here is they do not give an update for Kharkiv. Usually that means that there was no attacks yesterday in Kharkiv. Always good news. So, moving on to the Kupiansk direction, where 7 attacks by the invaders took place over the last day. Defense forces repelled enemy assault actions near Kolonivska, Zarova, Lozova, and Novokrulivka. Kiev, Kharkiv, no attacks in the Kharkiv direction. Heading over to Kupiansk. Kruglivka, Zarozova, Lazova, and I'm sorry, I forgot what the other 4th one was. Koloniska and Nova Kruglivka. So Nova Kruglivka, Zarova, Lazova, and Koloniska. Boy. Moving south to the Liman direction, the enemy attacked 16 times. He tried to advance near Novosurgivka, Trudovhibuvka, that one, Trudovkilibovki, I'm not sure. Kopanki, Makivka, Ivanivka, Zelenigay, Torsky, Terny, and in the Serebryansk forest. Going south, not far south, Lazova was here, Zelenigay in Liman direction, Kopanki, Berhivka. Was that one of them? No. Okay. So, Novoihorivka, Makivka, Ivanivka, Terny, Torsky, and of course, coming down here, Serebryanka is here, but this is considered the Serebryanka forest and basically covers this entire area. Just to the south of Serebryanka is Servisk, and in the Servisk direction, the enemy attacked the positions of our defenders in the area of the settlement of Serebryanka, but it doesn't say how many times, so I assume it was just one time in Serebryanka village. So, guessing in this area. In the Kramatorsk direction, 14 clashes were recorded in the areas of the settlements of Chasiv Yar, Stupochny, and Pretechny. Going to the southwest from Servisk, Kramatorsk, Konstantinivka, Chasiv Yar is here, Stupochky, and Pretechny. In the Torets direction, just south of Chasiv Yar, the enemy, with support of aviation, carried out 7 attacks near Toretsk, Devlivka, and in the direction of Serebryanka. Toretsk, Devlivka, I'm not sure which one they are referring to. and Brinka. Oh. Heading over to the Pokrovsk direction, our defenders stopped 38 assaults and offensive actions of the aggressor in the areas of Vovzipenka, Mirolibivka, Lysivka, Novotrud, Solony, that's a new one, Kotliny, Pishkanti, Pokrovsk, excuse me, Novoelizavetivka, Promini, Zeliny, Novoolinka, Shevchenko, Dashenki, and Novovaslivka. Oh man. Kalanova. And of course, Mirolubivka, Promin, Lysivka, Zeliny, Novotrud, Shevchenko, Pishkiani, Solony, and nope, wasn't that one? Okay, this is one of those times I have to wonder which of these it's talking about. Where is it here? Kotline. So I might have mistaken this one as a misspelling for Kotline, which is here. Salon is here. Novoelizavetivka. Novoalexandrivka, and the other one, I lost track of it. Novovaslivka. Oh, that's because it's under the arrow. No. Oh, Novovaslivka is here. Everybody knows the story here. Russia is not trying to push into Pokrovsk. Yeah, that's definitely true. General consensus. But hopefully that's the last one I do on a live stream. The next one will be done on a video. And unless you guys can scrape together 600 more bucks, I think I'm safe. As long as the other guys raise the rest of the money to close out the fundraiser. Sorry for the distraction there. Hold on, I think might be something going wrong with the printer. Yeah, okay, that's settled. The PLA was sticking together on the wheel, so I had to loosen it up a little bit. There's been many interviews and many people talking about it. Russia does not want to do urban combat in Pokrovsk. They know what that's like. They know what Ukraine will do to them because of what happened in Bakhmut. They don't want a repeat of that. So they are trying to go around Pokrovsk, get to this rail line, and push up towards the rail line and the paved road to cut the supplies into Pokrovsk. Ukraine knows this. Russia knows Ukraine knows this, and is working to. Ukraine is defending as best they can in this area. There's videos every day, and sorry, I got to take care of this thing again. Uh, the PLA is getting like wrapped over each other, and it's kind of like binding. So I have to keep on top of it, or otherwise it breaks and the whole print goes away. And we're only like 3 hours into the print, so I don't want to have to redo it at the end of this far into it. Yeah, Russians are trying to come up here and cut the supply road into Pokrovsk to avoid urban fighting in Pokrovsk. ZSU is actively working to secure other supply routes. The problem is this is the only paved road at this point. There is this paved road that goes up towards Konstantinivka, but it is within drone range and artillery range of the Russians in this area. They're at the very edge of this now, is what I've heard, but that might have been a couple days old. Moving down to Kharkova, the defense forces repelled 26 attacks on the positions of our troops in Ukrainka, Petropavlivka, and Kharkova. From the Pokrovsk area, we don't have to go far. Novoelizavetivka was here. Ukrainka is here. Petropavlivka is there. And of course, Kharkova. It's becoming a very dangerous situation here. The defenders are trying to hold on to every building they can. And the fighting is getting really heavy inside the city as well as the thermal plant. Moving just a little bit farther away in the Remis direction, the enemy carried out 19 offensive actions against the position of the Ukrainian units in the areas of Dacheny, Constantinople, Yantarny, Novoselka, Rozolny, and Novokumar. Again, literally, we don't have to go that far. Yantarny is here. Konstantinopolsky is under Russian control at this point, unfortunately. I'm not sure if this is the Dasheni that they're talking about, but Constantinople, Rosenlevy, Novokumar, and Novosilka is over here. Unfortunately, it is not looking good in this area. Constantinople and Velika Novosilka are pretty much the major lines of defense in what's left of the Donetsk Oblast that is Ukraine in this area. There is more towards the north, but just to draw this out for you, I won't try to do it perfect. This is Donetsk area or Oblast, and they've almost reached the edge here. This will be the Dnipro Oblast. Not far to go, unfortunately. Of course, it's a much bigger area to the north, with Pokrovsk being basically the southern anchor point at this venture, at this point in the game. But this is all Donetsk. So Russia's trying to secure the bottom part of what Ukraine still controls, so they could focus on pushing north from Pokrovsk into Konstantinivka, Kramatorsk, and Slovansk. Yeah, just so you know what the Russian goals are in that area. Despite the enemy's active use of bomber aircraft in the Orderheave direction, our troops successfully repelled one attack near the settlement of Novoandrivka. Moving over from Vermika and Velika Novoselka, Huliopol, there was no report on, so no action in this area today, thankfully. Orderheave and Novoandrivka is right here. Zoom out, and we'll be going to Dnipro area next. In the Dnieper direction, Russian invaders twice without success stormed the positions of our units in the areas of Zabetshi Island. I'm not sure if that shows the island on Deep State map, but if it doesn't, we can go and look for it on Google. Yeah, it does not show it, so go back here and okay, that's not what we need. Maps. Oh, this island here. So that would be this island here on Deep State. Yeah, basically Russia was trying to do an end around, get a hold of this island, maybe get a hold of this landing area here to be able to move into Kherson from the south again. Thank you, ZSU, for giving us an island name so we can look into that more. It's a rare occasion with the Dnieper area. In the operational zone in Kursk, units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine have repelled 5 enemy attacks over the past 24 hours. 5 attacks. That's what Russia's able to do. I think, what was it, 14 yesterday? 5 today? That's all the attacks Russia could muster on their own territory in the past 24 hours. That's a lovely sign that Ukraine has done and is doing the job they wanted in Kursk. In addition, the enemy also launched 1 missile and 24 airstrikes in Kursk. 7 missiles and 32 guided bombs were used, as well as Russia carried out 356 artillery attacks on the positions of our troops and settlements in Kursk. The enemy did not conduct any assault operations in Kharkiv and Huliopol directions over the past day. I love that news. No signs of formation of the enemy offensive groups were detected in the Volyn or Polizia directions. On the borders of Chernihiv and Sumy regions, the enemy from the territory of the Russian Federation uses artillery and aviation in the areas of Ukrainian settlements and conducts reconnaissance. Our soldiers inflict significant losses on the occupation forces in manpower and equipment, and actively undermines the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. They go into the losses for today. We'll cover that with the graphic. Join the defense forces. Razom de переможемо and Slava Ukraina. Let me pull up the graphic for you in Discord. Total combat losses of the Russian Federation as of January 2nd, 2025, the 1044th day of the occupation. Today, Russia lost 1,370 personnel, 4 tanks, 13 APVs, 20 artillery systems, 1 more helicopter, 69 UAVs, 54 vehicles, and 3 special equipment. Way to go, boys. Keep up the good work. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's coming to the last couple layers. It's doing the final finish on the top side of the tridents. With that, just before the air alert started, just before the stream started, there was an air alert started in Kyiv, and apparently there has been explosions in Kyiv, explosions in Sumy. Donetsk has been under air alert for 4 hours, 23 minutes. Poltava for 4 hours, 50 minutes. Sumy, 5 hours, 24 minutes. And 5 minutes ago, explosions were detected. Chernihiv has been under air alert for 4 hours, 56 minutes. Explosions reported 1 hour, 25 minutes ago. Kyiv Oblast has been under air alert for 3 hours, 6 minutes. Vyshgorod City in Kyiv Oblast, 26 minutes ago, explosions were reported. And Kyiv Oblast, 51 minutes, they've been under air alert. Okay, so the explosions are from Vyshgorod city, not in Kyiv itself. I did not keep that open. Maybe on Deep State map. So Vyshgorod is here. The dam that holds back the reservoir is in Vyshgorod, so that is worrisome. Russia might be trying to attack the dam to try and flood Kyiv. Again, that's not confirmed. That's just because there's explosions in the city and the dam is right there. I'll have to look into it further to see what the target was. And last but not least, Zhytomyr has been under air alert for 2 hours. Frame of reference, it is 5 a.m. in Ukraine. So, between 2 and 5 hours that they've been under air alert. So between midnight and 3 a.m. is when these air alerts started. Let's get to, I can finally take a break. My mouth is still burning, but it's not as bad. It's just like a little tingling now, but I can take a break with the Zelensky speech. Thank you, Mr. Zelensky, for taking over for me for the next 3.5 minutes.
Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці України. Щойно доповідали міністр закордонних
Not
справ
if I play it at warp speed.
Про їхні перемовини в Сирії. Щойно доповідали.
So let me restart this full screen. Here's the myth, the man, the legend, President Zelensky, with his speech for today.
Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці і українки. Щойно доповідали міністр закордонних справ України Андрій Сибіга та міністр агрополітики і продовольства Віталій Коваль про їхні перемовини в Сирії та Лівані з новою сирійською адміністрацією, з ліванським бізнесом наші перспективи, як безпекові, так і торговельні, загалом у цьому регіоні. В цьому році можемо додати ще країни до наших надійних партнерів, зокрема Сирію. Готуємось відновити дипломатичні відносини з Сирією і взаємодію в міжнародних організаціях. Я хочу подякувати нашій розвідці за безпекову основу цих контактів. Як результат візиту ми будемо збільшувати також торгівлю з Ліваном. Зараз цією країною у нас 400 мільйонів доларів тільки нашого аграрного експорту, і ми готуємось збільшити щонайменше вдвічі. Буде також у 25-му році більше активності в роботі з Африкою. І кожне таке нове партнерство – це більші можливості для нашої дипломатії, більші можливості для нашої економіки. Я доручив міністру закордонних справ готувати деякі конкретні наші домовленості з країнами Африки. За минулий 24 рік нам вдалося збільшити український експорт на 15%. Це плюс більше ніж 5 мільярдів доларів до рівня 23-го року. А загалом більш ніж 41 мільярд доларів українського експорту за рік. І в умовах повномасштабної війни це немало. На 25-й рік завдання продовжити це зростання. Я вдячний всім нашим урядовцям, дипломатам, українським компаніям, кожному, хто забезпечує наші зв'язки зі світом. І, звичайно, я хочу подякувати кожному нашому воїну, всім підрозділам, які дають безпеку нашим експортним маршрутам, передусім у Чорному морі. Сили оборони, ГУР, Служба безпеки України, зовнішня розвідка. Абсолютно всі, хто задіяний, дякую вам. Була сьогодні вже також і доповідь головкома Сирського по ситуації на фронті, в районах Курської операції, і кожен день, і 31 грудня, і 1 січня, постійні російські штурми на Донеччині, найбільше за добу Покровський напрямок, Курахівський, Жорстко, на Лиманському і Времівському напрямках. Окремо обговорили захист Херсонщини. В Курській області наші підрозділи продовжують захищати позиції більше 30 російських атак щодоби. Дякую всім нашим підрозділам, які завдають ударів по російській армії і знищують окупанта. За результатами в боях цими днями я хочу відзначити 24-ту і 100-ту окремі механізовані бригади, які відбили один із дуже жорстоких російських штурмів напередодні Нового року. А також 59-ту окрему мотопіхотну та 68-му окрему єгерську бригади, які обороняють Покровськ. 79-ту бригаду ДШВ, яка діє надзвичайно активно. Молодці воїни. Дякую всім. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. Okay. First, the yogurt after the taste of the horseradish has gone away and it's just the heat works perfectly. Okay, so whoever suggested that, thank you, instead of I'm gonna hurt you. Oh, you guys were talking about the video, the Russian recruitment video Vlad put out. If you guys have seen that, you got a little bit of a taste of what doesn't make it onto my stream. I sent the end of that video to Vlad, and he put it together. Yeah, that's a small taste of what is shown on Telegram, and it's not pretty all the time. Yeah, I knew you would record the horseradish, Vlad. Oh. Okay, now my burps taste like yogurt, but hot yogurt. Oh, God. Mertzy, yes, you did miss it. I did it towards the beginning of the stream. Uh, I wouldn't mind seeing Vlad and Slow Weevil doing the bicycle with sidecar down the street. That'd be interesting. With that said about Telegram, let's go into the videos that I've filtered for you. A little bit of a preview as I scroll back to the beginning of the day. And we start the day with the information about the drones. 47 out of 72 UAVs were shot down. 24 more lost in location due to electronic warfare. And another UAV was still in the air. That one later crashed without an explosion, apparently with electronic warfare. So again, Ukraine 100% taking out the enemy UAVs. Speaking about that, PPO at work. PPO is the abbreviation for aerial defense in Ukraine. And here is some of the work they're doing. You don't need to speak Ukrainian to understand what he said there. Oh yeah, I do have to filter it, Mertzy, because if I show stuff like that on YouTube, they put an age restriction on the streams, and they don't advertise the streams to new viewers. My whole point of doing these streams is to get the information out to as many people as will listen, and having an age restriction on it is something I'd rather avoid. The lengths Russians will go to not be sent on another assault. This one is pushing the limit, but you'll get the idea. That has to hurt. I'd rather eat horseradish than get shot in the arm. But yeah, they're shooting each other in the arm so they can get out of going on the assaults. In 2024, the Russian army forces suffered the greatest losses since the start of the full-scale invasion. Ministry of Defense put out a video for us. 430,790 military personnel. Irretrievable and medical losses in manpower, equivalent to 36 motorized rifle divisions of the ground forces. 3,689 tanks destroyed and knocked out. Conditionally, about 119 tank battalions. 8,956 armored personnel carriers. 37 motorized rifle divisions worth. 13,050 artillery systems. Enough to man 725 artillery divisions. 313 MLRSs and 407 air defense systems converted into scrap metal. 21,345 cars were taken out of service. And Thank you for doing the numbers, Ministry of Defense. Oh, at 70%. Russia's 810th Brigade. They get no respect at all. Yeah. I do a much better impression than the other guy. This 810th is the brigade that was headquartered at the sugar factory where Ukrainians sent missiles and destroyed their headquarters there. Well, here's Ukraine's at it again. They set up their new headquarters in, I forgot what they called it. The House of Culture in the village. And Ukraine sent them a present for their new headquarters. Now, I'll play this video again to just, so one military vehicle we passed by right at the beginning. Transport supply truck, Z painted on the side. And then the military Jeep sitting there. The reason I wanted to play that again and point those out is a short time later, Russia did a propaganda piece showing the hit and the stores that were damaged, but mysteriously, all the military vehicles are gone. No mention of it being the headquarters, it being taken over by the headquarters of the 810th. Right behind him was where that vehicle was at. So it just amazingly cuts it out. Oh. So you see that chain right over here is those military vehicles, but they're mysteriously cut out of the video. You remember this part? The Jeep's right here, the truck's right over here. Mysteriously cut out of the video. Really making sure not to show the military vehicles. Ukraine bombed our cultural center of our village. We'll have to skip down a couple videos. And come to this. Military personnel walking around trying to gather their belongings. Where the strike hit. And of course, the video. You'll notice anything that has to do with the military presence has been cleaned up. You'll notice like huge debris piles and then like a clean spot. Well, that's, where'd all the glass and stuff from this window go? Why is there blackout coverings over the window? Oh, I can't show that because there's... Now, every window was blown out, but mysteriously by certain windows, it's all nice and cleaned up. So yeah, every other place has a bunch of debris on the floor. You can't even walk without it crunching. But mysteriously, like certain spots are nicely swept up, clean floors. The length Russia goes to play victim. Yeah, they just had a bomb go off and everything else is destroyed, but stuff's neatly stacked in the corner. Oh, and blur out the military guy as he walks through. Oh, that thing's making some noise. Yeah, they made a little bit more of a mistake at the end, showing the military guy looking in. Sorry, had my back turned for that, trying to check on the printer. But that was the second HQ of the 810th Brigade that Ukraine has taken out. The 124th Brigade, well-aimed FPV blow stops an assault before it even begins. You know, I've showed you the videos on here before, how they send out a tank to start the assault. Here the tank is just starting out. And the tank is no more. Assault never happens. Another video of the PPO, Ukrainians Air Defense, doing some work, this time in daylight, early morning. And just in the end shot here, you see where they take out the drone, make it crash, and you see in the background that is the outskirts of Kyiv. That drone was heading into Kyiv and took it out just in the nick of time. Way to go, air defense. Verkhovna Rada building in Kyiv was attacked today. Very special building because, well, I think we all remember the video of this guy. Russians were recording him on their phone. Made him dig his own grave and shot him, you know, killing him. Ukraine put up a mural on the Vokron. I cannot say that right. And adding insult to injury, they attacked the building with his mural on it today. You see the windows taken out, glass shattered, and you see the windows next to him. The it doesn't give the unit, but I believe it shows their emblem in the video, and it should be an emblem we're rather used to. FPV highlights of the week. That's a good one, Mercy. Parking enforcement. If you know the name of the unit, put it in chat. The 24th Mobile Rifle Brigade trapped and destroyed 4 T-62s and 3 BMPs with FPV drones. And they put out this video of them doing it. Enjoy more kabooms and Russian armor on fire. Yeah, I was about to say they got really good at making these cope cages, but then they have that big, huge hole in it for the drone to get into. Target number 7. Okay, I want to back it up there for a second. The drone survived the explosion and continued to send video. So here it is coming in. There's the explosion, but it's still sending video. Okay, I missed something here. Who'd you have a crush on back in the 60s? Unfortunately, there was no turret toss. I think the Russians have ran out of ammo enough that they don't load them up with enough to make a turret toss anymore. Okay, I'm missing like parts of the chat apparently. Like there's a whole section where you guys are talking about something else. Oh, okay. I think every guy in America had a crush on Ellie Mae Clampett. For those of you who don't know, that's her now. But yeah, that was her back in the day. I'm good at Google search. What can I say? I'm a product of 2 generations, unfortunately. It's like I'm kind of stuck between like millennials and whatever came before millennials. I can't remember. Oh, the video about the command post. MiG-29 from the 40th. I'm not sure what that abbreviation means. It's the Ukrainian Air Force. I'm just not sure what that abbreviation stands for. In Ukrainian. Anyways, they struck a command post. Oh, not forward. Oh, no. Now it doesn't want to translate. There we go. With the French missile hammer at the location of the occupiers in the village of Korobsky in Kherson region. I'm waiting for YouTube to give me a stop doing that notification. Remember the video yesterday with the pilots clapping in the cockpit at the end? This is what they hit. Novoelizaveta, Russian tank was taken out. Just so you guys know where this is at. Along this reservoir in Novoelizaveta. The curve right here. And let's show you the video. You see the drone that came in, basically hit the tracks, and unfortunately, well, fortunately, you cannot steer the tank anymore correctly anyways. And decides to bury the barrel into the ground. See, the two guys ran, the third guy finally comes out. You don't see it on this screen, but watch this screen. Right here is a tank. Drone comes in, make sure the tank doesn't go anywhere. And United 24 putting out another great video. Dramatic encounter with a Bradley near Pokrovsk. The Russians retreat. It is a 13.5-minute video, but that's okay because we are at 79% on the 3D print. So hopefully this will eat up some time and I'll be able to show you guys the completed print before we end the stream. So here's the video.
Their involvement in combat often proves decisive. They appear where Russians try to break through and push them back. The cannon literally tears apart enemy APCs. They are called to evacuate people in the toughest situations. The Bradley regularly upholds its reputation as the best APC. In this video, you'll see it for yourself. Interested? Subscribe for more. This is a unique operation involving simultaneous assaults on two positions. First, an M1117 armored vehicle sets out to draw enemy attention. Next, a Bradley and an M113 vehicle follow. They split up to deploy troops at two different locations. Under enemy fire, the M113 reaches its position. Troops dismount and secure the trench. Meanwhile, the Bradley moves to the second drop-off point. It is continuously engaging with the enemy, providing cover for the soldiers. The Ukrainian assault troops strike the enemy. The first group complete their mission. Excellent work. An important battle for this trench system. A Bradley IFV, accompanied by a clearing team, moves out on a mission. Russian forces spot them and attack the Bradley. The armored vehicle successfully reaches the drop-off point. Ukrainian soldiers take control of the trench. There's definitely an enemy presence. Ukrainian mortars and drones support the assault team. A Ukrainian soldier advances towards an enemy dugout and tosses a smoke grenade inside. He secures the exit, waiting for the enemy. No one comes out. The soldier retrieves explosives, flanks the fortification, and throws them inside. A final smoke grenade for confirmation. No movement. Mission accomplished. Kursk Oblast. The Bradleys advance for an assault. The defensive line has been breached, and Russian positions are ahead. This area is occupied by enemy troops and covered by their fortifications. By deploying thermal smoke screens, the Bradleys make it impossible for the Russians to use ATGMs. The Bushmaster cannon begins its onslaught. Suddenly, the Bradley stops to launch a missile. From these points, the enemy could strike with ATGMs. The Bradley fires its TOW missile. The target is destroyed. The Bradley launches the second missile. Good job. The Bradleys are moving towards the wooded area. The enemy is demoralized.
Okay, one thing after this video went up to analysis and everything that they don't really talk about in this video.
From these points, the enemy could strike
he takes
with
out
ATGMs.
fires the first tow,
The Bradley
and
fires
as he's
its
firing the
TOW
second
missile.
missile,
The target
you
is
see
destroyed.
the ATGM.
The Bradley launches the second missile.
You see the hit right there at
Good
the end
job.
of that?
The Bradleys are moving towards
Right
the
there.
wooded area. The enemy is demoralized. Their APCs are very close. You can hear the continuous roar of Bushmaster cannons. The American APCs moved close to Russian positions. The 25mm cannon destroys everything in its path. This Bradley unit fires 10 rounds per second. The shell tears through the trees and destroys Russian fortifications. Mission accomplished. It's time to retreat. In 15 minutes, the armored vehicles turned the Russian positions and fortifications into rubble.
Just like their economy.
Mission 2. 2 Bradleys attack Russian positions. The enemy resists. The Russians use a grenade launcher to stop the Bradleys. The armored vehicle keeps on moving. A Russian FPV drone attacks the second APC. The attack fails. The APCs reach their destination and deploy the assault troops.
So does that mean the Bradley takes a licking and
Mission
keeps on ticking?
accomplished. Donetsk Oblast, Ukraine. The Bradley moves forward. It's already under attack. An ATGM strike doesn't stop it. The Ukrainians deploy smoke screens in advance. The Bradley approaches rapidly. And now it's in position. Ukrainian troops disembark from the armored vehicle. The Russians target the retreating APC. But the Bradley's armor can withstand even that. While this APC is destroying enemy positions, we have a chance to understand why its armor is so effective. Take a closer look. On both sides, around the turret, and at the front of the hull, you can see rectangular blocks. This is reactive armor, 2 rows of 15 blocks each. At the front, there are 3 rows. You can clearly see reactive armor on the turret of the APC as well. These elements protect the most vulnerable parts of the Bradley. The APC has completed its mission and is returning to base. And here's a clear example of the reactive armor in action. The Russians attack the APC, but they don't succeed. One of the recent situations. The Russians noticed the approaching Bradley and launched a Cornet missile. The operator precisely guides the missile to the target. The armor penetration of this missile is 1,200 millimeters. A second Cornet hit stops the APC, but the armor saves the lives of the Ukrainian crew, who exit the damaged vehicle. Now, a bit about the Bradley's weaponry using a specific example. Russian assault troops head out on a mission. The Ukrainians already know about it. The Bradleys are on their way to intercept them. Here comes the Russian APC. The enemy spots the drone. They're in position. The soldiers quickly escape from the armored vehicle. The Bradley approaches. The Russian APC turns around, but it's already in the Bradley's sights. The distance between them is 2 kilometers. The autocannon fires. At this moment, the enemy realizes they're in trouble. Bradley's shells hit the target precisely. One of the fuel tanks is pierced. The fuel catches fire. This Bradley's crew has definitely earned a life.
Now just Just for comparison here, the Bradley took 2 anti-tank missiles before it was even disabled. The Bradley is only armed with a 25 millimeter gun, and the Russian APC, I wouldn't say it's disabled, I'd say that's destroyed.
Another assault. The Russian APC spots the Bradley. It opens fire and shoots directly at the American APC. It's a reckless plan. The American APC returns fire. Each shot hits the target precisely. The Russian APC veers off the road to avoid crashing into the Bradley. The duel is over. The Bradley wins the battle. The APC is destroyed. Here, Russians attacked one of the Ukrainian positions. The enemy APC was stopped. A nearby Bradley, standing by, moves in to provide assistance. It opens fire on the Russian APC. Take a look at the armor plates flying off the APC. A similar situation. The Bradley attacks the APC. The Russian armored vehicle falls apart after being hit by the American. Will this assault group succeed in their plan? The Bradley lies in ambush. It launches a TOW missile. It misses. It's crucial for the Russian APC to reach the settlement. This will allow the airborne troops to establish a foothold. Russian soldiers quickly disembark from the APC. The armored vehicle drives off. However, it is followed by a drone. The drone hits the APC. Another strike. The APC is destroyed. The Bradley is already in the settlement, and here come the Russian airborne troops. The APC attacks the enemy. The enemy fails to establish a foothold. TOW missiles regularly help to destroy Russian tanks. This is a Bradley. This is a Russian tank. The Bradley fires a missile. A perfect hit. And here's the result. Another combat mission involving the Bradley. It begins by clearing a safe path. The American APC fires along the wooded area to secure the route. This tank and the APC clear the area where the enemy has infiltrated. The tank moves in first, targeting potential enemy positions. The Bradley covers the right flank. They pass through the first dangerous area. The enemy is spotted in this area. The tank and the Bradley successfully clear the area of the enemy. This Bradley was sent in to rescue Ukrainian soldiers who were in trouble. These positions became the target of a massive assault. Ukrainian artillery had to use cluster munitions to stop the enemy. And here comes the Bradley. It approaches closely. The Ukrainians evacuate.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Ukrainian units was right there, and they used cluster
The Bradley attacks
munitions
the
right
enemy
over the top of
and
them.
retreats. Mission accomplished. The soldiers are safe. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Another great video from United 24. Paste. It won't let me paste it in chat. Copy link. Check out United 24 on YouTube. Links in chat for other great videos from Ukrainian United 24 media. Smoking in Russia is still a problem. Short little video. Partisans of the Atesh movement sabotaged the railway near the missile and artillery depot in the Tver region of Russia. The last update to it was in 81, general consensus. It was originally designed in 1963, and they continued to update it until 1981. Just saying, America's 40, 50-year-old crap that we're sending to Ukraine is still better than the Russian modern stuff. So, this is the last video for tonight. Oh, I know what you mean. I mean, technically, yeah, you are right. The last development phase of it was in the 80s, but the original design of it is a 63 design, so I just, not picking hairs or anything, it's just, so the full info's there. No, it's just the 1980s redesign of it. That's the reactive armor and stuff that's on it. But still, even in 1981, we're sending Ukraine 45-year-old equipment. And this is the aid that is costing us so much money. This is stuff that we've stopped using and have been sitting in boneyards for 10, 15 years. And his last video of the night is a 2-minute, 10-second video about evacuations from Kharkova. This may be upsetting to some.
Розлив вже мій улюблений. Курахівський напрямок. Ну уничтожится все. Ну как, а куда? Что ты делать тут будешь-то? Ну, что значит пока тут? Убьют нафиг. Я сейчас забираю твоих соседей вон на следующей улице всех. 3. И ты 4. Поехали. Ты тут сам останешься. Оно не стоит того. Ты смотри, что у тебя творится.
Ну давай, я мешок.
Давай,
Yeah, just back this up just a second. Yeah, you think the Russians won't do anything with a Ukrainian flag in his window?
Я мешок.
Давай, собирай мешок, я за тобой сейчас заезжаю на обратном пути. Все, бабулечка, сейчас. Седай ты с бабушкой, сразу там потеснитесь. Война войною, бачите.
A little disturbing.
Життя продовжується. Тут ще залишаються місцеві, які доглядають за собаками яких тут залишилось чимало. От. Я не знаю, наскільки його вистачить, але в будь-якому випадку він хоча б з цепей, хоча б їх зніметь. Быстрее! Все, ребята, з Богом!
Давай, там. Глядь.
Да. Виїхали з розлива, доставив я 5 цивільних зараз в Новопавліку. Hello, салют, схід сос. Забирає зараз їх на Павлоград на оформлення документів. 22 грудня продовжується. Новосергіївка, там далі Новоолексіївка, і ця дорога веде на Новотроїцьке, яке вже в окупації. От. Приїхав зараз забирати бабусю. Що, які радіостанції тут ловить?
Та одну Україну,
Да.
Росію,
Росію, ДНРовські ловять станції?
ловить тільки
Ловить.
там.
Ага. От. Да. От. Так. Все. Все, виїхали з Новосергіївки, баба Наталія зараз в Павлограді, і завтра її вже відправлять в Орохту до її онучки Вікторії. Ось така евакуація 22 грудня. Давайте, дорога моя, давайте.
Yeah, Ronnie, they did that in Busan too. Rolled up their flags, wrapped it in saran wrap, and put it under the pavers in the sidewalk, so Russia wouldn't find them. And when Kherson was liberated, the flags all came out. If Ukraine's given the equipment to do another offense and liberate land, I'm sure we're going to see more of the same. This is how petty Russians are. The sign for Pokrovsk at the entrance to the city, really, you have to take out the city sign? It's bad enough you repaint them when you capture the area, but to take out the city sign? Again, another video by United 24. Why Russians can't play Stalker 2. The Ukrainian game Stalker 2 was just released a few weeks ago, but has already become a cult hit with millions of copies sold. The game is filled with references to real-life events, particularly the full-scale war in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. What really happened with Russians in the zone, where monsters and mutants exist in the virtual world, and has this been reflected in the game? I'm not going to play the video. You guys can go to United 24. Links up in the chat. Moscow 2025. Does this remind you of anything? Is this Russia trying to make a Times Square of their own, but they can only afford one screen? In this video, we're working on our improvised stabilization point, where we're receiving wounded and treating them before they reach doctors. We spent half a summer there and provided aid to many wounded soldiers. All the manipulations are done by professional paramedics in a controlled environment during evacuation. All the patients were treated and made it safe safely further to the hospital with all necessary care in full. You know what? We're at 87% on the print. Let's watch it, and if YouTube spanks me, then, well, thank you, Mistress Helga. May have another.
Можна передом було заїжджати? Тоже ж.
Footage does contain graphic images of wounded soldiers. Viewer discretion may be needed.
Не спіши, не спіши, не спіши. Отут за нас побачиш стіл. Головою куди? Туди, бажано.
Polina and Igor.
Сюди лягай.
Так, ти поранений ног, так? Поняв. Дихать важко, так? На дивані.
Там есть.
Каску забери. Ти глаз.
Глаз. А, глаз ні, нормально, глаз. Ну, болить, але все ціле, там все нормально. І бачиш, да, наверное? Ну,
Yeah, watch those scissors, man. Oh, God, watch those scissors.
так. Ага, є, бачу. Да, добре.
Let me get that off screen really quick.
Так. Ага, є, бачу. Да, добре. Вона підтікає.
So, yeah, they gave him some privacy with oh,
Скажеш потім...
not that one.
Що змінилося чи ні?
Packing the wounds. And again, this isn't a hospital point. This is just a stabilization point right by the front line where they try to prep them, get the wounds taken care of.
Ага, ось це ви трошки...
Так, я тут говорю, ти в нас? Я руля. Приємно. Сьогодні я тобі сильно больно робити не буду.
Так. Airways.
So why do the soldiers keep asking for socks? Because they keep getting used like that.
Холодновато, да, трохи тобі? Я понял.
Кажи, що треба.
Зараз буде трохи краще дихати.
This is a chest seal. Make sure there's no air getting into his chest so he doesn't
Вдихай.
collapse his lungs.
Все. Так. Скажеш потім, як ти відчуття, чи щось змінилось чи ні? Покачай кулачком, будь ласка.
Again, it's hard to worry about infection. You gotta make sure they live to worry about infection. Sorry, I'm gonna minimize this here for a second. Ah. It wasn't supposed to do that. So, link to this video on YouTube is in chat. You know, they're asking for help, so spread the word. Go visit the YouTube channel. Send your friends. Check it out. This is the videos they're putting out. It's well worth a watch.
Так, секреточка. Краще стало? Ще?
Тобі стало
Холодно.
легше дихати чи ні?
Холодно, каже.
Oh man. You know, I wasn't ever in combat or anything. I never, but I was in a car accident where they had to do some of that on me. Man, this is that hurts so bad.
Дирочка, на.
Ні, в мене цей, блядь, тремор, естественно, я хуй тут роблю.
Я не виправляю все.
Я тобі чесно скажу.
I think I called the EMT every name I could in the book when they were packing the wound on mine.
Ладно, все, я здаюсь.
Я теж зараз.
Тільки не мучу.
Зараз чекай. Давай тобі так. Ага. Готовий? 3, 4.
Well, got all the bleeding stopped, get all the bandages refreshed, get them stable,
Берем? Да. 3.
and get them to the next point. A few months after this video, on October 8th, the guy who is working with us now, Skiff, died during the evacuation of the wounded. At that time, he was only 21 years old. Now, Russia's deliberately targeting medical people.
Краще дихати. Та це воно твої показники буде знімати. Пульс, тиск. Щоб ми знали, що з тобою. Нічого страшного, воно буде зжиматися.
So, if you want to see more, the link is in the chat. If you can't donate, go give them a like, a subscribe. That gets it out to more viewers, and maybe somebody that can will see their videos because you hit like and subscribe on their videos. So definitely go check them out. So So there's my like, and my little spelling error there. Thank you very much. That is all the videos I have for today. Including the new ones that have popped up. So I guess it's time to go into news. Prime Minister Fecal Matter of Slovakia threatens to cut benefits for Ukrainian refugees in Slovakia. Yeah, you can't win an argument, so you target the civilians. Sounds familiar. Sounds like a play out of Putin's playbook. Yeah, still. Whoa. I just had a bit of a error in it. I had to pull this one out. Well, I should show you guys at least what's going on. So I heard something crunch, and this was underneath the head and kind of jamming things up. Kind of just spitting out stuff right now. Oh, got the tweezers. Just kind of pulling away the excess. So one trident down, unfortunately. But it was my fault, not the printer's fault. Well, when it first printed, like the first layer, it had strings on this part. And I thought, oh, I should just pull those strings off right now so it doesn't mess it up later. And it ended up lifting up this part of the trident. And you see it lifted up off the mat and screwed it up. And yeah, I messed up. So, learning curve on 3D printers. Well, if I didn't mess up, if I didn't, do something I shouldn't have done, it wouldn't have needed babysitting. So, definitely my fault. but it's the learning curve. So, just kind of like Ukraine is right now, a little bit messed up, but still in fairly good shape. So yeah, just a little bit of PLA wasted. We're at 92% on the print. So we might actually get done before the stream's over. But yeah, I don't think that guy needs any more attention than he's already getting. What a scumbag threatening refugees benefits over gas. New York Times, debate over U.S. sanctions on Russia for Ukraine war intensifies. They're the only ones reporting that. So, is this a real story, or is it just New York Times trying to cause a debate over U.S. sanctions? Again, going into yesterday, how Ukraine war could come to an end in 2025. A lot of what ifs going around. What the heck? Ukraine's new Leopard 2 brigade disintegrated before entering combat. This is a new one for me. Key post. Ukraine investigates alleged mass desertion of French-trained 155th Anne of Kiev Brigade. Criminal probe into the 155th Mechanized Brigade after reports of 1,700 soldiers going AWOL, raising concerns over the AFU's military arrangement and training effectiveness. Ukraine has opened a probe into alleged case of desertion and abuse of power after hundreds of soldiers were reported to have fled an army unit partly trained by France. The 155th Mechanized Brigade, dubbed Anne of Ukraine, or Anne of Kiev, was one of several military groupings formed last year as Ukraine sought to boost preparations for possible new Russian offensives. The unit was to be made up of 4,500 soldiers, with France training roughly half of them and providing equipment. But its development has been beset with problems, including what one lawmaker described as poor management. 1,700 soldiers do not desert because of poor management. Colonel Dmytro left command of the 155th on December 12th. Made a statement on Facebook that he was thankful to soldiers, NCOs, and officers for their loyalty and professionalism. It had been an honor to train them. The unit would go to the fighting line soon, he said. Kiev Post got a video of the French Foreign Ministry, or Ministry of Foreign Affairs, showing the training when French President Macron visited. Okay, where's... I opened a criminal probe into abuse of power by a military official and desertion in the case without elaborating. So no real details. The investigation is ongoing. It's too early to talk about any preliminary results. Yuri, whatever, editor-in-chief of Censor.net, claimed on his Telegram channel in December that 1,700 soldiers had fled the brigade without going into combat, and that 50 had escaped while training in France. Who's she? Marina alleged last month that the brigade had been effectively dismantled and redistributed among other units. She blamed what she called a lack of coordination of command structures. So yeah, that's disheartening news. But it looks like they're doing what they need to do with disbanding that unit. Putting the people in other units that are better led, I guess. But yeah, that's... If that is true and that 1,700 figure is accurate, that's not a group of guys going, hey, let's get out of the army. That's it. That's them saying, hey, this officer's gonna get us killed. Let's... there should have been other avenues of approach for those soldiers, but apparently there was not. That's something we'll have to keep an eye on in the future. How the comic... This is the kind of shit that I expect from the New York Times. How suicide drones transform the front lines in Ukraine. Spot what's wrong with that? That's New York Times trying to affect their readers' opinion just in the headline. It's not a suicide drone. At best, or at worst, call it a kamikaze drone. At best, call it a FPV drone. But suicide drone, you're already influencing people to read it how you want them to read it. Okay, before this got any worse, I stopped the print. Oh, and I just realized I'm on the full screen still. Whatever. So here's what it should look like. And after this mess up, that's what it was doing. So I just stopped the print. You know, this stuff does come off. I'll just have to take a blade to it and clean it up. Oh, just a little bit of cleanup to do, but I don't know. What do you guys think? No, it's not that. It's this one came loose from the table, and after this one came loose, it this the PLA was having issues. Bit of a glooping on the nozzle, I guess. Again, this was my fault. I was trying to mess with it rather than just let it go. If I just let it go, it probably wouldn't have been an issue. But like the two before it, the two before it, nice and clean, little bit of stringing, but nothing big. But the two after this one broke loose, and that's what happened. So it's just like the last, second to last level before it was complete. So yeah, it looks a little rough, but I think just taking a blade to it it'll look good. It'll be fine. You can just sit here and break it off. Take a blade, just clean off the excess. But now I know, just leave it alone. Let it do its thing. Anything you try to do to fix it is just going to make it worse than it should be. Sorry about having it on the full cam all that time. I did not realize I was. What I was talking about is the New York Times. Of course, they're not going to let us read it, but calling them suicide drones, it just goes to show you how New York Times operates. Of course, they put it behind a paywall, which I don't care, because headlines like this, I don't want to read it. The other story I talked about was the Kiev Post with the alleged mass desertions. That number, like I said, hasn't been verified. It's a number from a guy on Telegram saying this many people left. So I'm sure when the time to talk about it comes up, the SBU will let us know. As of right now, they're just investigating. The investigation is under the supervision of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, the Minister of Defense, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Well, we'll find out what the true story is in time. Key Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk holds on as Russian siege tightens. NPR News. Yeah, we all know that. But at least it's being reported on. Al Jazeera is like 2 days behind. Trump's peace plan, it is what it is. But I'm going to go back full screen here for a second. So, for my first 3D print, I got 4 that need a little bit of cleanup and 1 with character. Yeah, if I hadn't tried to pull the string and loosened it up from the pad, this wouldn't have been an issue, and this cleanup wouldn't have been an issue. But I don't think it's bad for my first design and my first print. I thought about painting them. I thought about doing other stuff with them. I'm not sure yet. Maybe make a couple for do them up for donations or something and send them out to viewers. I don't know. It's but yeah, I'm happy with it. Even with my mistake. But here, I'll show you. Come on. So crap, where did it go? I may have just only saved it on oh god, I hope I saved it. Uh, okay, so this is my bed level G code. It goes through and goes to the corners so you can take a gauge. I downloaded this little cheesy guitar pick to just do like a little test print. Flow rate, the tolerance test just that I ran, and then so I have a little heart-shaped guitar pick and the Trident. So I originally just designed one of these, and just copied it out to 6 of them. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Okay, I'm gonna be where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Eject. I don't want it to overwrite it just in case. But yeah, those are I had I was over at a friend's earlier today. He walked me through how he does it and all the little steps to set it up, and it's like, okay. So you just kind of have to be able to you draw a little bit I made one and multiplied it out to 6, but like I'm gonna go full screen again. There we go. There's this little chip in the pad, so if I print anything in that area, it doesn't lay down properly because of that chip. I need to order a new chip or a new pad, but I can't complain. The 3D printer was given to me, and I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. So go back to the scene. You guys don't want to look at my ugly mug. So whatever I did, I'm just walking away from it. I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, he helped me design the tridents and walk me through on how to do all the setups and stuff. So hopefully I do as good on my next one. Those pads are nothing, Mitch. Thanks, Ronnie. Yeah, it's on the SD card. Yeah, they can also be used as a stencil. What I'm going to try doing next is shrinking them down and doing a bunch of smaller ones, about silver dollar sized. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to keep a hold of one. Mount the funky one. The funky one. I'm going to probably hang this right behind it, and with a sign that says don't touch while it's printing. No, it's just a single color and whatever color PLA I put in it. This roll, there's not much left on it. It was just given to me. It's old, it's been breaking, so I just figured, what the heck, I'm doing my first print. If it messes up, I'm not wasting good PLA, I'm just wasting stuff. But I do have go full cam again. So, well, brand new roll, still in the packaging. So, black. Gonna try and do another print with something else. Haven't decided what yet, but I don't know, I think I did pretty good for my first try at using a 3D printer. Other than I didn't keep my hands off the dang thing while it was printing. With that, I'm gonna go mess around with my 3D printer some more. Try to learn the software a little more. Thanks for coming to the stream. And let's see who's Whose Discord are we all on? Let's see. Greg Terry's has a voice chat. Most of you guys on Greg Terry's Discord? If so, I'll see you there. No. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for supporting me. I especially thank you for supporting Ukraine. No changes in the fundraiser, so I don't have to cover that. We are almost to the point of closing out the fundraiser. 16,326 euros left to go. No, not that far away. Thank you all. Have a good night and stay safe, everybody. Come to go to Greg Terry's Discord if you want to chat. I'll be in general chat for like half hour or so.
Candy.
Hello.
I am going to go bring in my correctly delivered grocery order and put it away, but I'll